come to a comfortable seated position. If you do have blocks or a scarf or anything that you want to put under your tailbone, if this like hurts your hip flexors or you don't feel like you can sit super straight, then you can go ahead and put that under your tailbone so that your spine can be kind of elongated properly. And you're just going to close your eyes and rest your hands either face down on your knees if you need to feel kind of more private and inward today, or if you want to be more receptive to energy, you can flip the palms towards the ceiling. And we'll just start by focusing on our breath. So you'll breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth today. And with every inhale, you're going to elongate the spine, crown of the head towards the ceiling. And with every exhale, you're going to drop the shoulders away from the ears. Good. So with your eyes closed, we're actually going to work on creating some heat in the diaphragm and abdomen to start. So you're going to let the jaw hang open, and you're going to take fast pants almost like a dog. So it'll sound like this. So when you're ready, you can go ahead and join me. It'll fire up the abdomen, kind of fire up your, fire in your stomach and get everything kind of moving. About 16 more seconds. And let that go in through the nose, out through the mouth. We'll take 2 more. Good. Go ahead and open your eyes. We'll start to take those shoulder rolls up and back, continuing with that breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then go ahead and take it the other way. Good. We'll take an inhale, look up towards the ceiling. And exhale, chin to chest. Again, inhale up towards the ceiling. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, look over to the right shoulder. Exhale over to the left. Again, inhale over to the right. Exhale to the left. Good. We're going to take right arm over the head and walk the fingertips far enough away where you keep the right tailbone on the floor, but find your forearm towards the mat. And then take your gaze to the elbow. And release that stretch. Go ahead, walk the right fingertips away from the torso, left arm above the head, drop the elbow towards the floor if you can. Keep the left tailbone towards the floor or sits bone. And release that stretch. Good. Take the back of your right palm to the quad. Nice deep breath as you extend or lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, we'll find a twist towards the back. We'll take another inhale, and exhale, twist a little further. One more, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist, maybe grab onto your hip with your left hand. And release that stretch. Good. We'll switch sides, back of the palm to the quad. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist. And inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. One more, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist, maybe grab onto the left hip with your right hand. Good, release that stretch. We're going to rond de jambe right leg behind us and immediately get into a pigeon. because we've been doing a lot of glutes today. So you have a couple options. You can either keep your hands here to support you, or for a harder option, you'll curl the back toes and see if you can lift the arms towards the ceiling. So you'll be a little bit off of the floor using that left glute to keep yourself steady towards the ceiling. And one more deep breath. And on your exhale, you'll let yourself sink closer towards the mat and then find your forearms. Bow your head, close your eyes. One more nice deep breath. On your exhale, we'll walk up to the palms, find your sits bones, and switch sides. So we'll start possibly with the back toes curled, slightly lifted off the mat, maybe grabbing onto your hands, taking it up towards the ceiling. And one more nice deep breath here. On your exhale, you can uncurl the toes. Maybe fall to the forearms, bow your head, close your eyes, focus on your breath. One more nice deep breath. On your exhale, find your palms, this time finding quadruped. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. We'll take a couple cat-cows at your own pace. Take the right leg behind you, rock back and forth in the back of the leg. Maybe hold towards the back, find that stretch in the calf muscle. And then ronde-jambe that leg out to the side. Take the hip flexor forward and walk the fingertips as far as you can whilst keeping the chest high. So we've got that stretch in that back hip flexor. Good. If it feels nice, you can take the left palm towards the floor and maybe twist towards the right side. And right back to quadruped. Wag the tail side to side. Take the left leg long behind you. Maybe take a gentle rock on the ball of the foot. And then hold towards the back for a calf stretch. And then when you're ready, we'll ronde-jambe that leg out to the side. Walk the fingertips forward. Lean into that right hip flexor. Chest stays lifted. Option to stay or take right palm towards the floor, left hand towards the knee, maybe a gentle twist towards the ceiling. And release that stretch back through quadruped. Curl the toes, pike up the hips, downward facing dog. Push through the fingertips, pedal out the heels. And then walk your feet to meet your hands. Now, if it feels nice, you can bend the legs to start. Maybe grab opposite elbows, just let the head, neck, upper back hang. Shake your head yes and no. And then we'll rock to the balls of the feet and see if we can straighten just a little bit. Still warming up. So if you need that micro bend on the legs, you can. We're going to try to keep the weight towards the balls of the feet. Maybe you take the hands behind the back, gently pull overhead, and then if you want, depending on where your balance is today, you can find your releve balance challenge from here. Release that stretch. scoop up the arms, take it up towards the sky, and on your exhale, spread the fingers wide. So now you're at the top of your mat, drop the shoulders away from the ears, close your eyes, focus on your breath, glue those feet to the floor, feel grounded towards the mat. One more nice deep breath in. On your exhale, walk the toes and heels together, interlace the fingers, take the arms above the head, nice deep breath, find a back bend. On your exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, up halfway. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, step the right leg behind you, drop the knee. We have a low lunge. Maybe take the arms above you towards the ceiling, or you can spread the fingers, twist towards that right hamstring, or you can grab onto the back shoelace. Maybe you bind in front of your body or behind your head. One more nice deep breath. On your exhale, windmill those arms up and around our first high palm plank. We'll hold for a moment. We'll rock our weight forward. And then see if we can bend the arms a little bit, shoulders away from the ears. If you have to drop the knees, you can. Otherwise, it's a tiny pulse for 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees, chest, chin, tailbones in the air. Nice deep breath here. On your exhale, mini cobra. Nice deep breath here. On your exhale, pike up the hips, downward facing dog. Step the right leg in between the hands, drop the left knee towards the floor, scoop the arms above the head. Option to stay, or you can windmill the arms out to the side, grabbing onto the left hamstring, or maybe you grab for that back shoelace. You can bind in front of your body or behind your head. One more nice deep breath here. On your exhale, windmill the arms to the front, step left leg to meet the right. Inhale, interlace the fingers, find your back bend. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, step the left leg behind you, drop the knee. We'll take this a little faster. So now right leg's in front, take the arms above the head. Exhale, windmill the arms out to the side, maybe grab onto the back shoelace. Windmill the arms up and around, find your high palm plank. This time we'll take kind of rocks forward and back, tiny rocks. 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees, chest, chin, find the floor, tailbone towards the sky. On your exhale, maybe it's a high cobra. Deep breath here. On your next exhale, downward facing dog. Step the left leg in between the hands, drop the back knee, interlace the fingers, take it above the head. Maybe windmill the arms out to the side or grab the back shoelace. And release that stretch. Windmill the arms up and around, step the right to meet the left. Interlace the fingers, squeeze the butt, lift the chest, find a back bend. And on your exhale, hands through prayer straight through your center. Good. We'll take a more traditional sun salutation, 3 rounds of them to get our body nice and warm. So this time we're going to inhale, arms out to the side. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, jump back to your plank or walk back. Exhale, come through, chaturanga, maybe drop the knees if you need to. Inhale, up dog, so you're gonna peel the knees off the floor. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, step or float your way back to Uttanasana. Exhale, hold. Inhale, up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms above the head. Exhale, arms by the side. Good, 2 more. Inhale, arms above the head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, jump your way back. Come through your vinyasa. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, step or float your way back to Uttanasana. Exhale, hold. Inhale, up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms above the head. Exhale, arms by the side. Good, one more. Inhale, arms above the head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Step or jump your way back to plank. Go through your vinyasa. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, float your way up to Uttanasana. Exhale, hold. Inhale, up halfway. Exhale, hold. Hold here. Measure out your fingertips so that they're touching the floor, and then bend the tailbone a lot, feet hip-width distance apart. Option to take your hands to prayer or above the head, chair pose, curling the toes off of the mat. Tiny pulses down for 8, 6, I'll just space you, 4, 3, 2, hold. Walk toes and heels together. Take your hands through prayer. Take the back of the left elbow to the right leg. Find your twist, trying to get your prayer in between your chest. Keeping the knees totally in line with each other. Option to stay or step the left leg behind you, low lunge. From here, you can find wide arms. And then take your hands back through prayer, step both of your legs together. Woo! Oh boy. And then exhale back through center. Good. I'm gonna move up a little bit. Let's switch sides. So right elbow will find the back of the left leg. Option to stay, or you can step the right leg back. And maybe you take nice long arms. One more nice deep breath here. On your exhale, hands back to prayer. Step both of your legs to meet each other. And back through center. Good, we'll take the arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale down by the side. Again, arms up through the ceiling, towards the ceiling. Using the core, bring the knee in towards the chest, the right leg. Hold. Option to stay, or if I have room, you're gonna go ahead and straighten the leg. One more nice deep breath. On your exhale, we're gonna swing the right leg towards the back, finding our warrior 3. Ooh, balance is really crazy today. 2 more breaths. On your next exhale, bend the left leg a lot. Find your warrior 2. Good. Left knee will find the top of the thigh. Reach the right arm overhead. Option to stay or take left fingertips towards the floor, or maybe you reach back for your left hip. Good. Option to stay here, or we find a full bind. Option to stay or step the right leg in, finding that balance that we love, that Brianna's really good at. Left leg up towards the ceiling. And then option to stay here, or you can straighten the leg. Totally fine if you're still in that lunge. Good. And then when you're ready, we'll retrace those steps, all meeting in that lunge. Good. Windmill the arms back out to warrior 2. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, warrior 2. 2 more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, warrior 2. Last one. And exhale. Good. Flip the palm. Reach back, reverse warrior. One more nice deep breath. On your exhale, back through warrior 2. Straighten the front leg. Take your torso forward. And we'll find our triangle pose. Gaze towards that right hand. One more nice deep breath on your exhale. We'll close it like a book. Turn the back toes parallel. Find this stretch towards the left side, squaring off your hips. Good. Now right hand will stay near the left toes. Left arm will reach up towards the ceiling. Good. Exhale, close it like a book. Inhale, we're going to lift the right leg up towards the ceiling, standing split. Walk the left fingertips towards the front left corner of your mat, and then stack your hips and see if you can take that right arm towards the ceiling. A harder version of this pose would be to grab onto the shoelace and bring, with a bent knee, your leg back behind you. One more nice deep breath. On your exhale, close it like a book. Step that right leg back a lot. Drop the knee. Walk the left foot out to the side, lizard pose. But this time we're coming down to the forearms, keeping the gaze a couple inches above the fingertips. And we'll come back up to the palms, take that left leg straight in front of us, pike back the hips, find that hamstring stretch. Left hips coming backwards, right hips coming forwards. Option to stay, or if you want a deeper stretch, you can go into a half split or full split. Five nice deep breaths here. One more. On your exhale, ronde-jambe the leg all the way around. Whack the tail side to side. Curl the toes, pike up the hips, downward facing dog. Push through the fingertips, pedal out the heels. Walk the feet to meet the hands. Slight bend in the legs as you roll on up. Amazing. Float the arms above the head. Bring the left knee in towards the chest. Hold. Using the core. Option to stay, or you can straighten that leg. I'll actually face this way. Two more breaths. On your next exhale, we'll swing left leg towards the back and find our warrior three. You can play with a front straight or bent leg. It doesn't really matter. Whew. And then when you're ready, we'll bend the right leg a lot and find our warrior two. Good. Flip the front palm, take it up and back, reverse warrior. One more nice deep breath on your exhale, back through warrior two. Find the elbow to the quad. Maybe we hold here. Maybe you extend the arms, or maybe you find a full bind. Option to stay, or step the left leg in towards the right and work on that balance. Taking your time, staying playful, so it's not that serious. If you fall out of it, it's okay. Option to stay or straighten this leg. Good, you guys. And then when you're ready, we'll go ahead and reverse our steps. On your next exhale, we're back to the warrior two. Inhale, straighten the left or right leg. Exhale, back to warrior two. Two more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. One more. Inhale, straighten, hold. Take the torso forward, Trikonasana. One more nice deep breath in. On your exhale, we'll close it like a book. Square off that left toe, square off your hips. Right hip pulling back, left hip pulling forwards. Option to stay or plant that left hand towards the right foot. Maybe take the arms towards the ceiling. And exhale back towards the center. We're going to push off the back leg, find our balance on the right, find our standing split. And from here, we'll walk the right fingertips to that diagonal. See if you can stack the hips and take the left arm towards the ceiling for that balance. Nice, you guys. Good, Nick. Good, Pete. Amazing. Two more breaths. And exhale, release. We'll step that left leg back a lot. Move that right heel towards the side. Nice deep breath. And your exhale will come down to the forearms, keeping your gaze a couple inches in front of the fingertips. One more nice deep breath. On your exhale, we'll come back to the palms. Take that right leg straight in front of us. Pike back the hips, flex the foot. Right hips backwards, left hips forwards, finding this hamstring stretch. Option to stay or come deeper into your splits. We'll stay here for 5 breaths. One more nice deep breath here. On your exhale, if you're in your split, curl the back toes, move it under the hip, rondage on the legs all the way around, rock the tailbone side to side. And then curl the toes, pike up the hips, walk the feet to meet the hands. Hold. Widen the feet wider than the hips, keep the toes facing parallel. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, we're going to forward fold. And we're going to take the fingertips, if we can, behind the heels. Eventually thinking about getting the crown of the head towards the floor. There's a balance here besides a headstand that I can't do, but if you wanted to try it, you can take your hands behind your legs, make a shelf with your elbows, so you'll bend the elbows a lot, and then see if you can lift the feet up to the side. I'm certainly not there yet, but if you wanted to give it a try, you're more than welcome to. Good, yeah. Good, Nick. See if you can give yourself a little hop. Yeah! Yeah! He's got it. We went into a crow. Good. And then when you're done playing with that, we're going to kind of copy Nick a little bit, but find an easier way to get into it. So you're going to turn the toes out to the side, bend the legs a lot, find your malasana. So hands to your chest or a prayer to your chest. Give yourself a gentle rock side to side to get into those hip flexors. Good. If it feels okay on your knees, you'll take the weight to one side. And then give yourself a stretch overhead. And then switch sides. Good. And then walking the fingertips forward will make kind of an easier shelf. Maybe you just take a couple hops. 1, 2, maybe you just take 5 hops. Or maybe you find your balance. So you're going to keep the gaze further forward than you want to, keeping the hips pretty high. Give it about 20 seconds to play with that. Good. Good, Brianna. And when you're ready, let that go for a second. So, just wanted to mention, since you guys are looking really strong, if you keep the knees out to the side a lot and you're kind of resting this part of your legs on the back of your elbows, that'll be a crow, which is what I can do. The harder version, and what Brianna's already trying to do, and what I think Nick's ready for as well, is crane. So you're going to get the tops of the knees almost towards the armpits, so you're up a lot higher, and you'll find your balance that way. It does feel a little uncomfortable because you're putting the knees into the backs of your arms, but that is the harder version of that. If you want to give that another 10-second try. Yep, that's exactly good, Nick. Yes. Yes, Brianna. Good, Pete. Good, Kelsey. I see you're back, but nice job. And then when you're done playing with that, you'll take the fingertips towards the side, turn the toes towards me, and then reach the arms above the head. Splay the toes out to the side. We'll find goddess pose, or basically a second position that we'll all be pretty good at. It'll be like nothing here. And then maybe you find releve balance. You can take your hands towards your prayer, or you can take the right hand to the heart, left hand towards the belly. Find the strength in your legs, in your core. Drop the shoulders down. Good, 2 more breaths. And 1 more. We'll straighten the arms up and then let them splay out to the side as we heel toe the feet under your hips. Good. Take your weight over to the left side. Pull right knee up towards your belly. Option to stay here. Or you can straighten like we did before. Or peace fingers in between big toe and second toe. And you can take your left hand to the hip or a half prayer or above the head, and you would straighten from here. Good. And you can play with taking it out to the side. Good. 2 more breaths. On your next exhale, we'll try not to fall out of it, so we'll always try to just retrace our steps and then step back down. Kind of give yourself a little shake out. Good. Take your weight over to the right side. Scoop the left leg up. Maybe this is enough. Maybe you straighten the leg, or maybe you take the peace fingers in between big toe and second toe. Your hands are not super sweaty like mine are right now. Good, Brianna. Good, Kelsey. Good. 3 more breaths. One more nice deep breath in. On your exhale, we'll come back through center and see if you can retrace your steps. Good. And shake it out. Perfect. All right, we're gonna come down to our high palm plank. So just from here, we'll lift the right toes up towards the ceiling, just a little core work before we open up the back. You're gonna cross right knee to left elbow, back to the back. and then take it out to the right elbow. We'll take about 16 seconds. If that's too much, you can come to the tops of the thighs and give me some shoulder taps if that feels a little bit better. For 2 and 1, pike it up, downward facing dog. Back to that high palm plank, a left leg lifts up. We're gonna take left knee to right elbow, back, and then to the left elbow. Good, keep left palm towards the floor, and then just pivot on the feet, right arm towards the ceiling. Option to stay or stack the feet, or find your tree, or same, peace fingers to the big toe, straight out towards the side. Two more breaths. And on your exhale, we'll come through center and switch sides. So you can either stagger the feet, stack them, find your tree, or take your peace fingers, take that leg out to the side. One more nice deep breath in. On your exhale, back through that high palm plank, pike up the hips, downward facing dog. Take the right leg up towards the ceiling, and then bend the knee a lot and open up the hip. I'm just gonna move up a little bit. So you have the option to stay there, or you can follow that motion all the way around to your wild thing or rock star. So that left leg's long, right leg's bent. That modified back bend here. And then we'll come back through that three-legged dog and switch sides. Left leg will come up towards the ceiling. Option to take a little pulse before bending the knee, opening up the hip flexor. Option to stay or follow that movement. Take your wild thing or rock star. One more nice deep breath on your exhale, back to that three-legged dog. And then find both of your legs. Drop the knees, knees apart, toes together, find child's pose. Good. When you're ready, we're gonna gently flip on over to our back. We'll grab the backs of the legs, scoop up the core a lot. Maybe we just hold back here and that's it. Maybe we find our full boat. Maybe we find our balance here. And we're going to actually be a little loose with this. If you're pretty good at boat, Brianna, you're gonna let yourself kind of like float around like a rocking boat, kind of do whatever you want with your arms and legs, and let your core just work to stabilize all of those muscles. If that's too much, maybe you just take a little pulse back, return it, and you focus on the core instead of letting the hip flexors pull. Good. Got about 20 seconds. Good, Kelsey and Pete. Good, perfect. I see that you're breathing. That's always a good sign. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, hold. Maybe you just hold here, or maybe Brianna and Nick, you come to a hover. Maybe you take the arms overhead. Last 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, One, knees into the chest, gently rock side to side. Good, we'll find that happy baby of the option to grab the outsides of the feet or the insides, whatever feels better for you. Keeping the tailbone towards the mat, armpits or knees by the armpits, and then giving yourself a little rock side to side. On your next exhale, float the feet towards the floor. We'll just get into our final back openers. So you'll wiggle the hands underneath the back, wiggle the shoulders underneath the back. On your exhale, we'll pike the hips in the air. One more nice deep breath. And exhale, let it go. You have the option to do that again, or we're gonna find our shoulder stand. So same thing, wiggling the shoulders underneath the back. You're gonna pike the toes towards the sky, trying to make a straight line if possible with the feet. And then option to stay here, or you can eventually find your plow with bent legs, or maybe one leg goes first and then the other. Ready, you'll grab the back of your lower back, bend the legs to very safely and gently roll yourself back with feet on the floor. You can knock your knees together to take that any kind of weirdness out of the lower back. Now you can either stay here and rest, or we have our final wheel. So you'll take your hands by the ears, piking into the hands and feet at the same time. We'll push it up into our wheel. You're gonna work to eventually keep the knees together and straighten the legs. And on your next exhale, we'll come on down. We can windmill the knees side to side. And then take the knees into the chest. Let the knees rest to the right. Fingertips over to the left. You can close your eyes. When you're ready, use the core to bring the knees in through your belly and then over to the opposite side. And then using your core, we'll take the knees back in through the center. Maybe feet come flat to the floor and you knock the knees together if you have a sensitive back. Or you can just elongate the legs, shoulders away from the ears, flip the palms towards the ceiling. We'll find our Shavasana. Just close your eyes. Just taking it back to the breath, allowing your body to sink into the mat. Relieving any tension you're still grabbing onto emotionally, mentally, physically with every exhale. wiggle the fingers and the toes. Allow yourself to find your fetal position for a couple breaths. Position of safety. And then when you're ready, you'll gently guide yourself back up to that comfortable seated position, mirroring where we started in class. Maybe the palms are down or flipped towards the ceiling. Maybe just use a moment to dedicate this practice to someone you love or to yourself, or thank your body, mind, and spirit for working hard this morning. Take your hands to prayer, take them up straight towards the ceiling. And on your exhale, we'll take them through the third eye, right to heart center. Namaste. Thank you, guys.